Hello and welcome to Social Buzz Extra. I am your host, Ogochkumwobno. You know how we do it here on Social Buzz Extra, bringing you all of the trending happenings on social media down to your doorstep. Wherever it is you're watching from, you can just watch us using the social media handles you're seeing on your screen. It's Global TV NG on YouTube and also on every other platform. Please be part of this conversation. And how are you going to be part of the conversation? You just drop your comments and drop your likes, share, and make sure you are part of this conversation. Is also Global TV NG. And if you're watching from home, then it is 365, channel 365 on DSTV and channel 276 on Star Times. All right, let's move into the proper gist of the day. A prominent Nigerian politician and writer, Joe Ibukwe, speaks about the demolition of a popular trade fair complex in Lagos State. He posted on X saying, "What is happening in ASPMDA Trade Fair Complex, Lagos? If a writer is silent about it, he is lying." This one choked me. I'm asking this question because I'm among the 3 patrons of this international trade fair market, namely His Excellency Peter Obi, myself, and the late Senator Ifeanyi Ubah. Barrister Veronica Ndunusa, the Executive Director, CEO Trade Fair, was just standing there and speechless. Oropu se je. That's how he ends his quote on X. So yesterday, a lot happened in the international trade fair market in Lagos, and people were just contemplating. Some were talking about it being a tribal thing, and while others feel like it is not just about tribal issues, it is because these buildings were built on a land that was not approved for this kind of markets. It's not for commercial purpose, because some people said that place was more of a residential area than a commercial purpose. But everyone had video of this completion.
Is the trade fair complex. You understand? We're going to preserve the trade fair complex, which is this, which is why we're this is all these buildings. This is the trade fair complex.
All right, that's the video there where the demolition building. These buildings are more completed buildings, and one would want to ask, exactly happened when they were starting this building? What happened during the foundation? Why did no one come up to say, this building you are going to start off is actually on a very wrong site? You're not supposed to build something like this here. Why did they wait till when it was already completed or almost completed for them to demolish? I think that's the reason why a lot of persons are raising eyebrows when it comes to this demolition. We are going to be taking comments from social media as regards this topic, and the first comment is coming from Dere Fasasi, and Dere says, "You cannot risk everything, spend millions on illegal structures, and then claim victimization when those structures are demolished. The trade fair complex is a non-residential trade zone, and no one approved those buildings in the first place. Unfortunately, many people assume they can get away with such irregularities. But that has to stop. The illegal structures demolished in Festac do not belong to any particular tribe. This is not an ethnic issue. It's simply time to do the right thing, according to him. Then, the thing is, when it comes to things like this, like I said earlier, there was a time this building started with a foundation and no one said anything. And this land was actually sold to the owner of this building. I'm sure the owner of this building has his papers, and this land was sold by the government, some government officials. I understand how everything doesn't really have to be, oh, government, 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 but then we really need to trace it back to the roots. And I must tell you that some government officials go behind closed doors, back door, following through the back door to sell illegal papers and, you know, lands to people when they are not supposed to do that. And before you know it, people are losing millions. They are losing jobs because they are demolishing a building that is already existing. Full-fledged building. Honestly, this is really heartbreaking, and I think that's more reason why people feel like it is more of tribalistic. Why? Because the trade fair market, like we've known it to be, has always been occupied by Igbos. It has always been Igbo, Igbo, Igbo. I know there are a few Yorubas there, but then we know that the trade fair market is filled with Igbo people, you know, Igbo traders. And I think that's the reason why Igbo Kwe actually came up to speak about it, because according to him, he and also His Excellency Peter Obi were also pioneers of this trade fair market. It's really, really heartbreaking to see things like that. Well, we're moving over to the next comment, and it's coming from Zobam XO. And it said, can we get the ports in Onitsha and possibly Aba sorted first? Believe me, that's our major bottleneck. Honestly, it's not just because we even want to move ports this time around to maybe the east or to the south, but I think the port in Lagos State, I know it's actually what made it a very busy state, what made it a commercial state, but again, it's causing too much traffic. We have a lot. Lagos State is already populated, so if the ports are supposed to be situated, the government should also look into it. Make sure that these ports are developed, they are organized, and people can start trading from anywhere they are. We cannot just have one functional port in the country. This country is just too big, and we have a lot of businessmen in this country, honestly. So just getting one port is actually making the state a very busy state. It's becoming too populated. The rate of crime is increasing. I understand at the same time also employment also has also increased in that part of the country, but then move the employment, spread the whole economy in Nigeria, and not just situate it in just one area. So we're moving over to the third comment, and it's coming from Aripem Forex. And Aripem Forex says, time is coming when they will start coming for those in the office that gave the approval to build, only for another team to come and destroy. Time is coming. It wouldn't be about the state government now, but its staff. They will be visited individually. Hopefully, it does not get to this. Well, let it get to whatever it is we want to get. If time will come, let it come, and let everything be addressed properly. Well, we're moving over to the next topic for today, and the next topic is talking about a young man who killed his grandparents for just peanuts. This is where I always say, wonder shall never end. We've heard boyfriend killing girlfriends, we've heard story of fathers and all of that. Grandparents, come on, your grandparents. Honestly, a lot of persons wish they actually get to meet their grandparents. While some really wish, you know, so many wishes that their grandparents were still with them and not even in the village. And you had this opportunity, and all you had to do was to slaughter these parents of yours. According to the PPRO, who was suspected to be under the influence of intoxicants, was arrested and will be charged to court upon completion of the investigation. The Kano State Police Command wishes to inform the public of a tragic case of culpable homicide reported at Dala Divisional Police Headquarters, Kano, on September 25, 2025 at about 9:30 a.m. A resident of Kofa, Kofa Danwana quarters reported that one Matau Akilu Ibrahim killed his grandparents. This is a bad one. Well, during the altercation, the suspect allegedly used a knife to stab both victims in various parts of their bodies, causing severe injuries. The victims were immediately rushed to Murtala Mohammed Specialist Hospital, Kano, where they were confirmed dead by medical personnel. Their corpses were examined and later released to their relatives for burial in accordance with Islamic rites. The alleged culprit, suspected to be under the influence of intoxicant, has been arrested. And based on directives of the Commissioner of Police, CP Ibrahim Adamu Bakori, PhD, the case has been transferred to the State Criminal Investigation Department, the Homicide Section, for discreet investigation. The suspect will be charged to court upon completion of the investigation. This is what food causes. This is food. Food. This country is in like almost a shambles. I really do not like saying things like this, but how dare you kill your parents, your grandparents for food? You are 30 years. And if you cannot get yourself food, your grandparents who suffered, who are actually going through a lot to make sure that they feed you, you should be grateful and not kill them, honestly. If this is really the story. Well, we are going to be taking comments from social media as regards this story. And the first comment is coming from Lumi Weasel. And Lumi Weasel says, when a man is 20 years and above and doing nothing, his parents should force him out of the house because one day he will unleash his frustration on them. Why now? So you want to say that we that are still staying with our parents, they should send us out of the house? No, no, no. I disagree to this comment. Honestly, if the child still haven't, found their feet, please allow them stay. Just only encourage. Well, the next comment is coming from Amaka Registrar, and Amaka. Well, the next comment is coming from Amaka Registrar, and Amaka Registrar said, imagine going to jail simply because you couldn't control your appetite as an ordinary Nigerian. I spit in your face. Amaka, it's okay. Please, you don't have to go that deep. All right, the third comment is coming from Just Ranting 57. He said, hunger go keep person for Nigeria. Hunger has caused a. We have one more story for you. Statement. Welcome back. We talked about a man who killed his grandparents because of food. We also talk about Joe Iwoko, who lamented on the demolition of the Lagos Trade Fair Center in Lagos, and says, and also likened it to be more of tribalistic affair than just a normal thing. Well, we'll be moving over to the third topic of today. And this one is coming from a UK-based Ghanaian pastor. A UK-based Ghanaian pastor, Apostle Isaac Anderson, was left stunned 2 days ago after his iPhone 16 Pro Max was snatched from his hand on the streets of London while he was embarking on a morning walk and leading prayers on Facebook Live. In a viral video that has since the Apostle Anderson was walking on the street and engaging his followers on a series of prayer when suddenly a masked man riding on a bicycle accosted him and snatched the phone from him. A sudden blackout followed, signaling the abrupt end of the live stream. In the video he later shared online, the cleric announced to his followers that his phone had been stolen. This morning, as I was walking and doing a live session to declare blessings upon people's life, suddenly someone on a bike came from behind and snatched my iPhone 16 Pro Max. Well, I'd like us to take a look at that video.
In the city of London, early this morning, walking in prayer. It's good to walk in prayer. The anointing of God is falling on me. I see the heavens open, and the anointing of God is falling on me. And as I declare into your life, it will surely come to pass. Today, be in today. Today, 23rd. Today, 23rd of September, I declare you blessed. I declare favor. I declare you blessed. I declare favor upon your life, upon your business, upon your life, upon your family. In the mighty name of Jesus. MD, it's on Facebook. Oh shit. God bless you, beloved. God bless you. God bless you. This morning I thank God for a new day, the gift of life. Early this morning is not easy. If you can watch, I was going on walking prayer this morning and doing the life to declare upon the life of people. All of a sudden, someone from behind with a bike just came and snatched my phone from my hands. iPhone 16 Pro Max. It's not easy. All my information was on it. Everything was on it. So if you can watch that, get into the end, you may see that it just ended. Someone with a bike and then they have run away with it. iPhone 16 Pro Max. It's not easy. So I am believing God for a new one to do. And my informations, my important apps, all my information. I just tableted the tablets, and then I've just that those people on that my line, I will go for a new line. So if you call me from today, tomorrow.
What a funny incident right there. In as much as it doesn't look funny, but it's actually funny. You doing your thing on a street where you think is safe for you, and all of a sudden your phone is snatched right before your eyes and your live stream ends just like that. Well, this is me trying to remind you that this thing happens anywhere. It can happen anywhere. So for you that is trying to jackpot saying that the UK is safer, sure you have seen that video now. Anyways, we are so sorry to this pastor, and we hope that he's able to recover every vital details there in the phone. And next time, I think we'll also have to take precaution when we're on the street. Anywhere you find yourself, be very careful. Don't just feel, oh, you're in a safe space, oh, anything cannot happen here, or nothing, bad can happen. Please take precaution. It is your life. And thank God it's just the phone, not his life. He wasn't stabbed or anything. Well, we are going to be taking comments from social media as regards this. And the first comment is coming from, I am Albert Esu. And Albert says, now so them go, they say the phone is super clean. It's almost brand new. It's UK used, cha-cha. So now the method they are not reaching with this. All right, no one, someone has taken note too. Someone has taken note. This is the way people bring it over to Nigeria and tell you it is UK used. That is the reason why they tell you when you are getting a phone, be very, very careful that it's not a stolen phone, because they could actually come arrest you from the UK, trace the phone down to wherever it is, the location, and you'll be arrested. The next comment is coming from Oyinlomo Diamond. And Oyin says, anytime I see them on that bike, I will stop whatever I'm doing. They are so fast, eh? That means this person, you see what I'm trying to tell you about. You have to be very, very careful. Be mindful of what you do in public, how you do it in public. This person, I'm sure she's actually a resident of the UK, and she's trying to let you know that you have to be very, very careful, because they are very, very swift too. The last comment for today is coming from Stanley Flask, Niger. And Stanley says, London phone snatching come worse past Oshodi. They are very quick. That one is on a bike now. Sometimes Oshodi, maybe the person is actually on foot, but their feet can race very fast, faster than many scooters that you can even tell. This is a very bad one. Well, this is all we have for you today on Social Buzz Extra. I'm sure you were part of it. But if you were not part of this discussion, please, I would like you to use the social media handles you're seeing right here on your screen and be part of the conversation. How do you do that? Please drop your comment. Go to YouTube, subscribe to Global TV NG. Global TV NG, one word. And drop be subscribed to it. Also turn on your notifications so you can get a notification of programs like this, the news, up-to-date news, and all other educative programs too on Global TV NG. And also drop your comments to be part of the conversation. I'd like you to also drop your likes. Also, however it is you can share the page Global TV NG. Please share to your friends and family so they can also be part of what's happening here on Global TV NG. Till I come your way next time, I am Ogochukwu Mwobuno, and that's all we have for you today. Bye-bye.